Ladies and gentlemen,
Good afternoon.
it is a great pleasure and honor for me to see you all very important or influential people from many countries and have an opportunity to talk about my experiences of 62 years ago here in Hiroshima. Well, as you know, later you will learn a lot at the Peace Museum. I just want to help your understanding just a little through my little speech. And as you know, there are still many survivors living daily lives in tears, losing a lot of their family members, loving ones, and they have more and more severe experiences than me. Perhaps I was one of the most fortunate survivors, with many reasons. You will see it later. The only reason I'm here is because I speak my experiences in English just a little bit. That's why I'm here. Well, anyway, it's something happened over 62 years ago. Seeing such a modern reconstructed city, it may be difficult for you to imagine everything, but please try to imagine everything, okay? Well, a little about the background of this city and my family before my speech, okay? As you see, this is the map of the city of Hiroshima, and it's a kind of delta city with many rivers like this. And, well, railroad runs this way, like this. Hiroshima Station, Yokogawa, and Koi. And two lines go north. And one line connected Hiroshima Station and harbor. But this line doesn't exist anymore these days. Streetcar runs this way and that to the harbor. Well, and obviously this red circle zone with about 2 kilometers radius zone, this is the worst area. See, in this circle zone, nothing remained, just field of ash. Yeah. And this is supposed to be the hypercenter. We are here, around here, see. Here is a T-shaped bridge. A-bomb dome is here. That's the idea, okay? And as you see, Hiroshima is surrounded with mountains. One way is open to Seto Inland Sea. Being surrounded with mountains, I think the A-bomb was very, very effective. Yeah. That's the idea, okay? Yeah. This city, I was born before the war, of course, in 1929. Naturally, I'm 78 years old now. I'm not young anymore. Yeah, I was born at the foot of this small mountain. Yeah. Oh, my family were parents and 3 boys, and I was the youngest. And we were brought up around here. Yeah. But, well, Hiroshima before the war, it was quiet and peaceful, not big, not rich, very quiet city, I think. Population was about 400,000, something like that. And while I was in elementary school, the war to China started, as you know, yeah. Third grade or fourth grade. Yeah. Still, our daily lives were not so different. But when I graduated from the elementary school and entered middle school in 1941, that year, in December, the war to the United States started. Pearl Harbor attack, you see. And then, when the war started, we were pleased so much and excited. We did it. See? Yeah. I hear that most American people never expected this tiny country would start a big war to gigantic country, United States. So they were careless about us, but we had prepared for it. We had been educated that way. That's why we were excited. We did it. See? But you know, the war continued many years after that, you know. My two brothers went to the Navy, and my family were parents and me. But you know, the war went worse and worse, as you know. 41, 42, 43, 44. Very bad. See? Shortage of all kinds of materials, and especially shortage of food was terrible. We were always hungry. See? Well, 1944, 1 year before the last year of the war, worst around here. See, we students were mobilized to work in the factories. No more schooling, no study, no study. That sounds nice, but you know, after 1 week we said, "Hey, we want to go back to school. Studying is better." But no school. We had to continue working in the factories. And in that year, situation was so bad. And in the summer of that year, most of the islands in the Pacific Ocean were occupied by U.S. forces, like Saipan or Guam or Tinian. These islands were all occupied. And as soon as they occupied these islands, they started to build air bases on these islands. And in the fall of that year, they started direct bombing or air raid to mainland Japan with a lot of B-29 bombers. Yeah. Direct air raid from these islands. See. Terrible.